Hello everyone, my name is Oreoluwa and welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be making this Bubu gown with three different Ankara fabric and a collar. If this is something you're interested in, then let's get started. I'll be using about three different Ankara for this Bubu gown. These are just some pieces of Ankara I had left while sewing, so I'm going to use them to make a whole dress. The last one is a black hashoki, but I ended up using shining. I think it's called shining. I ended up using shining for the collar. The blue Ankara is actually more than the other two Ankara, so I'm going to be using this for the upper part because I don't want to join the shoulder of this gown. So the length of this Ankara when folded is, let's say, about 21 inches. In the video, while making the video, I ended up using the whole length, that is the 21 inches. But when I was done making it, I realized it looks weird. So I just cut it out to my half length, that is 16 inches. For the other Ankara fabric, I'm just going to cut it out into two because I'll be using it for both the front and the back. I'm going to do this for the both Ankara. Once I'm done cutting them, I'll go ahead and stitch them together. This is what it looks like after I was done joining them together. I've gone ahead to press it to make it look neat. For the blue Ankara, all I did was to fold it into four, and I make sure my shoulder is folded, is on a fold, so that I will not have to join the shoulder. What I'm doing here is to get my desired sleeve length and also the length of the upper part of the gown. So right here I made it 21, but I later changed it to 16 inches. You can see that I've already gone ahead to iron the blue Ankara so that I can get the middle part of the Ankara fabric. So what I'm going to do is to bring the other two pieces of Ankara, then pin down the mid part of the two Ankara fabric together. Then I'll go to my sewing machine and stitch them up. I'll also do the same for the other side. When placing the other two Ankara on the blue Ankara, I make sure each pattern is on the same side. So when I'm done stitching, the front and back will have the same pattern on one side and the front and back will have the same pattern on the other side. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I've gone ahead to stitch them up, so this is what it looks like right now. Once I'm done joining everything, I'll go ahead and fold it into four so that we can start cutting. After that, I marked half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8. For my sleeve length, I want it to be around 10 inches. So the total measurement I marked was 18 inches. I will go ahead and mark the same measurements just a little bit further from the shoulder, let's say about 10 inches. I'm going to draw a straight line to connect them together. For my sleeve opening, I want it to be about 8 inches, then I added 1 inch for sewing allowance. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to mark a quarter of my hip measurement. Then I'm going to add 2 inches to it because it is a free gown, and also 1 inch sewing allowance to it. So that makes it a total of 3 inches. I'll be marking the same measurement all the way to the hemline of the dress. Then I'm going to connect it together. After that, I went ahead to measure 9 inches so that I can connect it to the other line. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going to give that point a curve. Make sure your curve is not as deep as mine. Just a slight curve is okay. Once I'm done taking all my measurements, I went ahead to cut it out. I actually forgot to cut out the length of the gown, which is about 38 inches plus 2 inches folding allowance. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to fold it into half so that I can cut out the neckline. Remember that I already ironed the mid part of the Ankara fabric. So this will make it easy for me to cut out the neckline. To get my front neck depth, I'm going to start from the iron line. I'm sure you can see it from the video. So I'm going to mark my front neck depth as 8 inches, while the back neck depth will be around 1 inch. So I'm going to mark it and connect it to my 3 inches standard neck width measurement. Once I'm done cutting out the neck measurements, I'm going to take my tape roll and measure around my neck. So whatever I get, I'm going to use it to cut out what I will be using for my neckline. So guys, I already cut out the fabric I'll be using for my collar. I think I added about 3 inches as extra allowance. Right here, I'm just making sure I get the accurate measurement. So when I measured my round neck, it was about 13 and a half. So I added 2.5 inches to it. What I'm trying to achieve here is that I want one side of the collar to be bigger than the other side. So I'm going to start by the midpoint of the collar. Then I'm going to mark about 2.5 inches. Then I'm going to mark it all the way down to the end of the collar. I'm going to join it and also connect it to the midpoint of the collar, then to the other end of the collar. Once I'm done with this, I'll go ahead and cut out the excess fabric. After that, I'm going to bring my Bubu gown, then pin the collar on the mid part of the neckline, of the back neckline. Then I'm going to sew it all the way down to the front neckline. Like I said, I'll be using this shining material for the neckline. All I did was to just draw out a certain pattern. There is no measurement. I don't have a specific measurement, so I just draw it out. So guys, I already cut this out and I've also folded it by pressing it with iron. So what I'm going to do is to place it on my Bubu gown, then I'm going to stitch it on it. What I'm trying to do here is to make sure the two colors are together at the neckline. Then I'm going to place the other, is it placket or what should I call it? I'm going to place it on the collar, then stitch it all the way around. For the sleeve, the Ankara I'll be using to turn the sleeve inside is the Ankara that is on the side of the front and back. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. So I'm also going to use the Ankara for the other sleeve to turn it in. I hope you understand. So guys, I went ahead to add a stay to the sleeve. So I'm going to just turn it over and stitch it. So guys, this is what it looks like once I was done. The only thing I don't like about this collar is that the two color did not meet at that point. That's the only thing I don't like about it. For the sleeve, I made a mistake while I was trying to amend the blue Ankara. I think I switched it up while I was trying to cut the blue Ankara again. So make sure you get your own right. Once I'm done with all of that, the next thing to do is to add pockets. I want this Bubu gown to have pockets. So I'm going to measure my pocket placement. I think I made it around 17 and a half. Yes. So I'm just going to pin my pocket to the right side, stitch it up and flip it over, then top stitch it again. Then just join my Bubu gown. Then we are done with this gown. So guys, this is the final look of this gown. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Bye.